Today I just bring back with another video, and this video topic is going to be none other than the Red Dead Redemption 2, which I'm going to test this game on my current configuration, which is based on the Vega 7 iGPU, and also the CPU would be the Ryzen 5600g. No dedicated GPU are going to be involved in this video. Since you guys didn't even pick any of this option from my previous post, which I already uploaded 1.5 days ago, where I already put two games, which was the first one Resident Evil 9 Requiem and second one was the Red Dead Redemption 2. So I have to make my own decision. I'm going to make the Red Dead Redemption 2 first benchmark, and after that I'm going to make the Resident Evil 9 Requiem according to the post. Anyway, before the gameplay and also graphics settings, let me give you a little bit of a rundown and also a little bit of a history about this game. Now this game was released back in 2018, and if you're already in a gaming community, then I guess you already heard that 2018 was the biggest gaming year ever. In that year we got three big games. First one was the God of War new sequel, because after the God of War 3 we didn't even have any idea that any of this like God of War are going to be happen, and also the new God of War was not even something that from the previous God of War, like the top down views game. It was become a TPP, or you can say the third person shoulder view types of game, which makes the people actually very much of a highly interested about this game, since God of War does have a huge amount of fan base from the God of War 1. And another important part, there also a new game which is the isometric Spider-Man as this franchise. It called as a Marvel's mascot, because whenever you think about Marvel you cannot even think without the Spider-Man. So as from the Spider-Man which is releasing in the isometric, and also so many trailers were dropped before the release, especially 2016 or 17, people were hyping that the how much of a highly graphical thing that you could even have for a Spider-Man game, which most of the times the superhero game does not even have that. But before Spider-Man there was also another game which was make the standard for a superhero game, which is none other than the Batman. Even to this day, after releasing the three Spider-Man series, Spider-Man 1 or Spider-Man Miles and Morales and Spider-Man 2 PS5, I would suggest that Batman is still to this day one of the best superhero game, and even to this day Spider-Man have so many kind of like influences from the Batman as well. As after that we already got the Red Dead Redemption 2, which is considered the generational game. Now this game was released by the Rockstar. You already know that Rockstar, who are they are the creator of the GTA, and GTA, man, as a series as a whole, it creates so many people's childhood. Even to myself, I already grew up with playing the GTA Vice City, GTA San Andreas, and also GTA 3. And for the GTA series, GTA is their main signature move. They also release some other games as well, as alongside with the GTA, which is the La Noire. Max Payne series is also one of the best series they have, which is highly action-packed game. And another game they also released, which is the Bully, most underrated game from the Rockstar, which was released back in 2006 or 7. Correct me if I'm being wrong. That was also a school setting, but a GTA-like game. Now from these three games, they were totally battling which one is going to be winning the game of the year, which is none other than the God of War. And that's why most of the people from the gaming community still to this day say that the 2018 RDR2 was totally robbed by the God of War. And even to this day people are actually very much upset, because God of War is one of the like a linear game, but when it comes to RDR2 it is considered as a generational game, as I already mentioned before. If you play this game to this day right now, you are going to remember like a more than 10 or 20 years. There are some other exceptional games which Rockstar made and people still remember to this game, which is the Max Payne and also GTA San Andreas. Even to this day people still consider GTA San Andreas one of the like a top tier GTA games that could ever exist. And also other games comes along with the GTA San Andreas, which is none other than, what's the name again, GTA 4. Man, when I just totally played the GTA 4, I totally blew up my mind that how much of a dark reality that New York actually holding on its behind. When you're going to deploy in a GTA 4, one word that you are always going to hear, which is going to be the America is a land of opportunity. But after when you are going to encounter much and more situation, you will be see the much more dark truth what the America is actually behind in one of those like a shiny lights. That's the main simple things of a GTA 4. And even to this day I think GTA 5 is a blockbuster Bollywood of a Fast and Furious types of game. But when it comes to the GTA 4, this is the actual one when it comes to a good characters, which is a Nico Bellic, one of those like a best chat character, and or considered as one of those like a best GTA character ever made into this GTA series. And overall story is pretty much of a good one, even better than any of this like a GTA series ever could produce. So that's all for this like a part. But when the RDR2 didn't even get win, some other kind of like a reviewer already made their choice by making this game as a game of the year. And even to this day, this game still holds up to its own graphics and also some of those like a story presentation. The people who actually played this game, they totally fell in love into this game, and also said that they haven't even seen any of those games into this gaming media ever before after playing this RDR2, and some of the people already life change after playing the RDR2. It is not about the settings, it is not about the action moment. RDR2 is not even going to give you all of those things. Yes, it does have the action moment and also some other things, but it will actually going to give you some other emotional things, and also character development is going to be the main integral part of the RDR2. And if you really want to see some of this like a passive gameplay, survival things, and also slow pace but have the good story, RDR2 is going to be very much of a good wise option for you. But most of the case, people who actually play the GTA and also love the GTA as a GTA 5, then I guess this game won't even going to capture their audience. Sorry man, I just totally give you a whole lots of information and whole lots of my own experience and also own thoughts about this game and also other things. So I'm not going to yap anymore, and let's move on to our settings. So for the settings, graphics settings is going to be the main one. Display, you don't even have to think about it. Another thing is that I already set my resolution with a 720p. Yes, in my other games where I do a benchmark, I always try to make it a 1080p. Since this game is highly demanding, make this game with a 1080p or playing this game with a 1080p is not even going to be a cup of tea for my current configuration. So I have to lower it down to get a good amount of FPS. For a story game, if I somewhat have a good quality rather than a FPS or sacrificing some FPS, I would eventually do that. And other things are going to be off and also low as per the requirement, since my configuration is not even going to have handle it with a medium and also high settings. I'm not going to test this game on a 1080p 4K on other settings because my configuration is not even able to handle it. Some other people I already see in a benchmark, they always test into this configuration with some other resolution like high settings, 4K settings, to see that how much these things are going to push. This does not even going to help you at all. It is totally dragging the video and also going to make the video longer. But in my case, I'm going to give you a little bit, or you can say the perfect settings where you can get the highest amount of FPS ever. The first and foremost thing is going to be the AMD FSR and also AMD FSR to sharpening. There's the main settings that you have to focus, because this game was released back in 2018, and 2018 version of a many games, in that time FSR was not even generalized in the whole over games. But there are some other games which they were already trying to or able to using, already started to using, which is the Injustice 2, kind of like a street type fighter type sideline of a fighting game, and another game which is the Mortal Kombat. Yes, they were using the frame escape to have a good amount of FPS if you don't even have the recommended configuration to play that game. So for this reason, the 2018 or sorry, the PC version was released in 2019. So in 2019's games, this FSR was not even able to there. But after 2021 or 2022, the FSR kind of like make a generalized to each and every other game. Even to this day, 2026, every games, whenever a new games release, the FSR or lossless scaling are going to be there for everyone. And the main thing is that if you don't even find your games this FSR, you have to download the latest version, because after updating so many patches into this game, into this like a 8 years rundown, they already added the AMD FSR, and not even having the AMD FSR on your games in this like a Vega 7 5600G combo, I guess you cannot even get a 40 FPS, and getting the 30 FPS would be the first dream that you have to complete. So you have to download the latest version of RDR, so having these options, and this is the main options that you have to consider, otherwise you cannot even get the actual performance. So that's all for this like a settings. Let's move on to the gameplay. So as you can see that I'm getting like a 40 FPS and also 39 FPS, since the area is not even that much of a demanding, but the snow and also other things are pretty much of a heavily graphical fidelities things which we have to reconsider. But when these games are going to be set into a much of a more of a crowded area where the high graphical demanding area would be there, I guess you might not even see this much of a FPS, and also some of this like a FPS hike are going to be there as well. As the FPS are making a stable positions when I'm not even in a that much of a highly crowded or highly graphical area, my FPS always going to be 40. But currently I am having a 34, 33, which is the least low one. 32 is the low one. Okay. I'm currently in a chapter 1, or you can say the first playthrough of this mission, so there might not even going to see some of this like high graphical things, but having this low graphical area where most of the things I cannot even see that LOD, which is the distance, you can see I cannot even see in a distance, so the graphic things are going to be lower compared to the city area. When you are going to arrive that area, you are going to see substantial amount of low FPS there. Okay, can I even skip that part? I'm not here to some reading the story, but I do have a
Gentlemen, found anything?
I do have a wish to play this game on my channel as a playthrough in my life. If you really guys like it, you can totally let me know in the comment section. Should I even do that or not?
Place is blazing with
So I can even cut the cutscenes.
Sounds like a
Woohoo!
party. Let's go
I have to totally watch the shit things, man.
How's Davey doing? He didn't make it. Nor did little Jenny. That's too bad. Davey was a real
Okay,
Both of
man.
the Townsend boys
I'm
in.
not even getting a popper of a 60 FPS.
And Mac, Sean,
Can you see that? This game is actually way too much high demanding. The main thing is that after the recent patch, or you can say the at least the most recent patch for the RDR2, they just totally give us the FSR, not even give us the frame generation, which is the main another boosting point. Yes, I already give my opinion about the frame generation to my other videos, that frame generation is not even that much of a optimal things. It's just going to give you a fake frames. But if you are using it for a story game just like this RDR2, I guess there might not even going to be having any kind of problem. But if you are really using this like a PvP games, it will actually going to put you a lot more disadvantages than you ever thought. There was kind of like a high FPS 44 to 45, good one.
watch out.
Okay, I have to talk with him, otherwise the story won't be progress much further.
Mr. Morgan.
Okay,
Never
Mr.
thought
Morgan.
I would be so pleased to see your face.
Okay, why are you so much pleased to
Lonely out
see my
here.
face? We going to
Where's everyone
lonely
else?
hero.
Old
Where's
man
everyone?
in camp, back up the hill, huddled around a fire, waiting for Daddy to put food on the table.
Okay.
Okay, let's keep it.
Yes,
going
okay,
now,
man.
Gentlemen, it's just up ahead.
Oh my god, after just decreasing the graphics settings, the game still looks so much gorgeous. That's why this game is considered one of those like a highest invested games or most expensive game ever made into this Rockstar industry. Yes, GTA 6 also going to be took the first place, but before the GTA 6, this game was the first one the Rockstar ever put their money on the line. But another point is that RDR2 was not even that much of a popular before the 2018, because this game was not even released for the PC version, which was the RDR1 back in 2010. Because 2010 when the RDR1 was released, it was only released for the Xbox and also PlayStation, and that's why the reason it totally did not even win the what's the thing again, yes, game of the year 2018, because people not even know the RDR series, and the Rockstar did not even release, or you can say the port for the PC, but they did port for the RDR1 for the PC after 16 years later, in around which time was it, 2024 2025, maybe around this 2 years they just released for the PC. Man, after playing these two games, RDR1 and RDR2, I would suggest that RDR1 is actually pretty much of a favorite game for myself, because this game is way too much fast and also way too much sharp than the RDR2. RDR2 is way too much kind of like a slow burn, and you have to totally engage with yourself. You have to feel the game. You have to feel the nature. Otherwise, it otherwise this game might not be the cup of tea for you.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Oh, well, hello, friend.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't even give you the benchmark on the city side, which is going to be the much more appropriate to test this game, since this game took me 2 days to install. I already tested so many repacks like Feed Girl, Dodie. All those repacks are having the same problem, which is the taking way too much time to install, even for the SSD. And another important part is that I install this game on SSD. If you really want to install this game on a SSD, you have to keep up at least 150 GB for this game. Otherwise, the game won't be have the enough space to cover up. Okay, I have to battle this guy. Oh my god, my aim is so bad. Oh no, my aim is good. Woohoo! There is a shot, man. Nice shot. Another important part is that you are going to unlock the eagle eye. Damn, man, why my aim is so bad? Where is this guy? Man, I cannot even see for in the snow.
Leave him. He won't last out there by himself. Arthur, I said I'd handle this.
Where is he?
Going too well.
I haven't even seen that much of a
Boys here. Why?
FPS hike there. It's pretty much stable.
Micah, go bring the horses closer to the house. Arthur, let's go search the cabin.
When I entered the house, yes, the graphical demanding area totally reduced to low. That's why I'm hitting like almost near to 60 FPS.
As you can. We need the essentials. Food.
Okay, in here the story will progress to PQ some of this like important information and also some of this like a what's the thing again?
You should eat something now.
Some foods.
Strength up for the ride back.
Let's see. Even the character runs so slow, man. That's the reason which I hate their RDR2.
Don't believe it. It's just
Okay.
all right. Maybe they're hiding up here too. There's a big price on Colm O'Driscoll's head.
What is this?
Nearly as big as the one on yours.
What's the name again? Watercles? My bad. I have to examine these things. No, man. I'm not here to see someone else's picture.
Looks
I'm
like
here
the poor
to
bastard was married too.
have some foods and also have some other important stuff to live on, because snow is actually taking cover some areas, and if we really want to live on, we have to have some other materials to keep us warm.
We could maybe move the women and Jack down here.
Yes, the Arthur is saying what I'm trying to say here.
We get back. I don't really want us to split up.
In here, if you just somehow going to this building, the story will progress after that. Sorry, the Dutch has not even completed to taking some of this like a resource from the house, so I have to
I'm going to start packing the horses.
I have to go there and also see what he's actually doing there. So major spoiler is that he's the main culprit of him, and that's why the main reason why the story is going to take turn in some of those like X and Y chapters. The horse I cannot even take here, so I have to go this area and also these buildings, which the story going to be progress there. What happened, man? Hey Dutch, give me the order. What should I do next?
Micah, Arthur,
Yes,
keep looking for
yes, he give me the order there.
Arthur, go see if there's anything in that barn.
Barn means he just totally indicating this building, which was I already had it 2 times, but the story didn't even trigger there. Now the story already triggered, and let's see what happens next. Some other guy is going to drop my shoulder. What did I say, man? I already played this game before. Did I do anything to at all? Hey, why are you punching me?
Oh, did he now?
I'm going to punch the shit out of it, man. Here we go.
Sneaky little bastard.
Should I kill him? Of course, man. Why would I leave any traces? Don't think that I'm someone just like a psychopath, but
Find out what they're
that's the story progression point, and
where Colm is.
which I totally learned from the GTA 4. In GTA 4, I really kept alive some of this like a fellow who really begged mercy for lives. But when did I give him another second chance? He just totally took the chance and tried to have my life again. That's why I won't be the make the second mistake in here. All the games are same, man. Rockstar game. Don't make the second mistakes. It could be the first mistake. Don't make the second one. Beat the shit hell out of it.
Well, I would say it looks like you have this.
And another important part is that I'm not even listening any what they are actually trying to have the conversation there. I'm totally focusing on beat the shit out of this character and also give you a little bit of a rundown that how much of a FPS that you are going to get. Since it is an offside area, you are going to have a good amount of FPS there. Okay, I already. And after that part, you have to pick up the horse and also move to the next area. So I guess that's all for this video. If you like it, leave a like. I know that the intro part was kind of like a long. I really tried to give you a little bit of a rundown that what the game is actually about and what is the behind of a controversy in a gaming community. While people always have this like a conversation about why this idea to get dropped in 2018 game of the year. I hope that you already like it. But beside, I already leave the time step in my video, so that if you really don't want to listen any of this like a yap what I really want to share with you, you can totally skip that part and also see the settings and see the gameplay after that. And that's all for it. If you like it, leave a like. If you really want to see this much of a video on my channel, you can totally subscribe to my channel, and see you on the next video. Till then, peace.